Hello, my name is Laith, and this is my visual unit model on the symbiosis simulation. What factors oppose the success of species? From Unit 1, Part 3, Community Interactions, Biotic, predators, competition, disease, and parasites can reduce population sizes and limit reproduction. Low genetic diversity and human activities, such as habitat destruction and introducing advanced species, further threaten survival. For Part 1, Characteristics of Living Things Abiotic, extreme weather, habitat loss, and resources of secondary can make survival difficulties for species. Pollution and natural disasters can also degrade ecosystems and cause pollution declines. For Part 2, Population Dynamics, Evolutionary and Genetic Contrast, the species with slow reproductions struggle to recover from population losses. Highly specialized species are particularly vulnerable and if their species habitation food sources disappears. What factors affect the biological success of a population, like the native Pacific salmon population in the Northwest, which we use as an example? For Unit 1, Part 1, Characteristics of Living Things, salmon rely on clean, well-maintained rivers and streams for both spawning and juvenile rearing. Poor habitat quality from pollution, altered flow, or habitat destruction directly impacts their survival and reproductive system. For Part 2, Population Dynamic, rising water temperatures and changes in ocean conditions are crucified for salmon's survival and their thriving specific thermal ranges. Climate-induced shifts can foodability and reduce many things of survival in both freshwater and marine environments. The last one for this is the Part 3, Community Interactions, is overfishing reduces the adult salmon population and hampers their ability to reproduce at sustainable levels. It also places additional pressure the ecosystem, exhibiting other threats like habitat degradation and competition with invasive species. For the last guiding question, how does this native ecosystem of the Pacific salmon support its growth and reproduction as population? This kind of relates to this question, but this goes the opposite way of how it supports and how we can support it. And it shows more of succession in their species. This is the characteristics of living. The Pacific salmon life cycle spawns both on freshwater and pan-ocean, with stage relying on healthy functioning ecosystems. They use clean water, food sources, and surviving areas in juvenile development. For the second one, community interactions, Part 3, a disease ecosystem with various prey species support health growth and survival rates for salmon different stages. Balance between predators and prey help regulate salmon populations and ensure food availability in both freshwater and in marine environment. For my Part 2, the natural migration route and spawning grounds and nutrition. Rich river systems are for reproduction, ensuring that adult salmon can successfully gather together to a birthplace. To reproduce, the cyclone process fosters genetic diversity and support population replenishment. I hope these targets made the questions more understandable. I also added some images from there and there. It's kind of a bacteria and a reproduction cycle of how the weathers are and how death can occur with that, and how more death can go with more situations like this. A little drawing I did right here was the waves for how big tsunamis or big waves of water coming to them could affect them also. And yes, this is my project, and this is by Laith.